Let us look at a clear classification of B2B services. So at one end of the extreme, you have what is called a pure tangible product. And an example of that is any raw material or component. So for example, if you take steel as a raw material, that's an example of a pure tangible product. Or you take any component like an electronic component or a diode or a device, that becomes an example of a pure tangible product. At the other end of the spectrum, you have what is called a pure intangible service. So for example, legal services, as you can see in that in the diagram, is an example of pure intangible service. The rest of the services have varying, rest of the products have varying levels of services in them. So for example, if you take computers, a computer is a major product with a minor level of service. A business hotel is a product where the component of physical product and intangible service are equal. Whereas if you look at logistics or goods delivery or goods transportation, that is a product where the physical service is higher in component and the product is minor. So you have B2B services classified on a range of degree of intangible services that are delivered by at each level. You can also classify B2B services in a different way. As it is understood, it is either could be pre-sales, it could be after sales, or it could be internal services of the company. So let's understand what is pre-sales, after sales, and internal services of the company. Pre-sales, as the word suggests, is a service that is given to the customer before the sale of a product is effected. Now typically, pre-sales are necessary for concept selling, solution selling, new revolutionary product ideas or services. They are useful in understanding the basic customer needs or problem areas or pain areas and finding a solution or architecting a solution that is based on the customer's operating situation. It is also required in process-related manufacturing sectors. So for example, if you're selling process control equipment, or you're doing automation of, say, a fertilizer plant, or you're doing an automation of a steel foundry, you will still require a lot of pre-sales to be able to give a solution to the customer. So examples of pre-sales and services, it can be used in IT-enabled services, e-commerce, BPO companies. So for example, a BPO company is trying to do a payroll process from India. They need to understand what will be the payroll requirements of the customer in the foreign country before they can deliver the service out of India. So all that activity comes under the BPO's pre-sales purview. E-commerce, if a company selling, say, any FMCG product like soaps and cosmetics wants to sell them online, if you have to design an e-commerce solution for them, you will have to understand what they are into to be, as a part of the pre-sales activity, to be able to offer them this solution. Similarly, manufacturing, the pre-sales takes the name of technical support services, process laboratory, or application support services. These are the terminologies that are used in the manufacturing sector for the pre-sales activities. On the other hand, if you look at after-sales services, these are services that you will typically deliver to the customer after he has purchased the product. In fact, after-sales support is a mandatory part of industrial product and selling process. It can take various forms and shapes like spare support, help desk, web-based, erection, installation, commissioning of products, annual maintenance contracts, servicing of products, repairs and maintenance, technical and modifications based on new emerging needs. So for example, you have a customer who has bought, say, modular furniture for you for an office. He wants to change the layout of that office after 3 years. You may want to do a remodification of that based on his new emerging need. So these are some of the after-sales services. In addition to that, we have internal services which are within the organization. that either facilitate creation of or add value to the final output of that organization. Most of these services are B2B in nature and include accounting and payroll administration, recruitment and training, legal services, transportation, catering and food services, cleaning and transport landscaping services. Increasingly, you will find in many organizations these services are getting outsourced.